Hello from Gardening at Douentza here in Ireland, in Wexford, Ireland indeed. And this is my video on Disa Orchid care, which I promised a couple of you to do a while ago, including Danny, Miss Orchid Girl. So the care of Disa orchids is very simple, and I'll just run through a couple of the basics here. These are Disa orchids and these are in flower, and this particular one is kewensis. And now this one is really small, as you can see. The uniflora types have much bigger flowers, but this is, well, it's a little one, but I'm going to have several little flowers on the one stem, so that's quite nice. But it's a cutie, isn't it? A real cutie. Now these orchids come from South Africa, and they come from an environment where they're kind of like bog plants. They sit in water the whole time. And you can see down below here that I have these plants sitting in water, in rainwater, which is very important. If these plants dry out, they will die. And that's the first and foremost and the main thing about Disa orchids. So they need to sit in water, in rainwater, and they need full sun. Well, in Ireland anyway, it's full sun. I can't guarantee that if you live in Florida or somewhere like that, your full sun is going to be the same as mine, but there you go. So when you're watering these plants, I've got a watering can here, I'll just bring in. Now this is rainwater, as I've emphasised over and over again. And when I'm watering them, what I'll do is I'll just put a little bit of the water on top to let it drain through. Now, if you forget to put the water on top and just put it in at the base, it is not the end of the world, because sometimes I do forget. But they come from an environment where there's running water dripping through them the whole time. So in theory, this is what you should do. Although, you know, I don't think it makes a lot of difference. And now I'm just going to top up the water level below, because that was a bit low. So that's about right. I don't know, what's that? About an inch of water they're sitting in. And I'll just keep an eye on that level as it goes. Now, in terms of fertilizer, if you use a dilute orchid fertilizer in the water, say in springtime, then that's good. But when you put the water and the fertilizer in, don't pour it through the top of the plant, because it could burn the roots. Just put the water in at the base. Now again, sometimes I forget to do that. I forget to fertilise them, and they don't suffer from it. So really, I mean, that's all there is to Disa orchids. They do like lots of light, and they can take quite low temperatures. Now I've grown mine in the house and still they flower for me. So that's quite a high temperature really. Otherwise, I think about 5 degrees is what they can take outdoors in the greenhouse. And I'll be experimenting this year by keeping them outdoors during the winter. Right, so that's Anne. Have a good look at her, and we'll come back in a little while when the others are in flower. I do refer you to my other video, the one on dividing and repotting disas, because it's very important to repot them once a year and to make sure that you don't divide them too small. So that's it. That's all for Disa care, and I refer you to the website of Dave Parkinson in England, which has a lot of good information about the care of Disa orchids in this part of the world. So take a look at that. Other than that, please do subscribe to me to see the rest in flower, hopefully soon. This one has lovely buds. And thanks very much for watching. Bye now.